What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Avery Wilson, and you know I'm off script with your boy, RoJay.
I'm ready.
What's up? It's Off Script with RoJay, where there's no real script, just real conversations with real ones. Here with my man, Avery Wilson.
Yes, sir.
How goes it, my guy?
Man, I'm good. Actually, my mama from Alabama, so I'm kind of back home. But
What
she in
part?
Mobile, though.
Mobile, okay.
Yeah.
Real deep south for me.
Yeah.
Deep south Alabama. Now, I feel like everybody knows that Avery Wilson can sing, right? But do you think they really know how intentional you are as an artist when it comes to this craft?
No, I don't think they are. But I feel like people always look at somebody doing something well and they'll be like, oh, it looked easy, you know? But I think that's also like, they kind of come along with it. They should feel like that.
Right.
It's not, but I don't think anything great is easy in the process.
Right.
You know, building buildings or, you know, painting or whatever you do. It's like, everything comes with some type of, you know, weight to it.
Right.
But it's all in how, you know, how you finesse.
Right. Have you ever felt pressure to simplify your artistry for the sake of popular sound, or for people to kind of take to, because you know sometimes it just basically water down your sound?
I think in the long term, throughout my entire process of my career, I think people have tried to make me do that. Me personally, I've never done that because I don't look at what I do as, which is crazy, but I don't look at it as the most difficult thing because it's natural to me.
Right.
Like I wake up with this, and like people wake up with what they do well. So I never really thought that I had to like dumb it down or water it down. I just feel like if it doesn't really apply to you or it's not your particular taste that you like, then you don't got to pay attention to it.
Right.
But you know, you gonna respect it.
Okay. well, of course, we're independent now, right?
Yeah, always.
I think, 2015 was the introduction for the world to
Yeah.
you, correct?
Yes, sir.
But do you still feel like you've had your first real album, your first real release yet?
No, I haven't, and it's on the way.
Okay.
And honestly, I think people have wanted that for so long that in my mind, I don't want to screw that up.
Right.
You know, it's not really like pressure for me, but it's just I want it to be right. And I'd rather take my time and make sure that it's right than just put out anything. And some people be putting out anything for the sake of just being in the mix.
Right.
But I'm in the mix.
Right.
So I don't want to just throw music out. I think music is not something to waste, especially when it's about putting out quality music that people can feel. And I think nowadays it's like you really want to, or at least the masses really want to know who the artist is.
Right.
Not more than the music, but just as equal.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want you to know, what I am and who I am and go on a journey with me and be like, okay, bet. Now people are like, okay, we got it. So what you doing?
Right.
You know. So.
Okay. Well, I know. Of course, I've been familiar with you, but it was the Kiss the Sky record that made me like,
okay.
we on this thing, right? And I know it was feeling good to you by the time you got to that I wanna know.
Yes,
I
sir.
was like, this a reprise on the reprise right here.
They don't do that no more.
They don't do that no more. And then of course, Good Enough has been in constant rotation since you dropped it.
Yes, sir.
So I do feel like these most recent records, they do feel a little more you to me.
Yeah, 100%.
A little more personal.
I
Is
think-
that because you're like the whole independent move now, or and you have more freedom?
I don't know if it's at the independence. I think it's just me understanding myself more and getting more fearless about who I am and how I present myself and not caring. I think a lot of times you walk into these spaces where it's continuous judgment, you know, how you look, what you wearing, how you sound, what you're singing, you know, all these different things that come into it. And I think I was just focused on that, especially being younger. Like I got signed to, you know, RCA and Clive Davis when I was like 16. I'm like, I'm not 16 no more.
Right.
And when you're 16, the business don't really care about the age. They don't care about what you know, what you don't know. They asking you real questions like you and Adele. And at 16, you think you know, but you don't really know. So I'm grown now at this point. I know what I will and will not say, and what I will and will not do, and how, you know, show up in the world and how I don't.
Yeah. What's something that you wish you had have known as the 16-year-old Avery coming into this industry versus what you know now?
I wish I knew how to silence the noise.
Okay.
So I could be myself.
Yeah.
You come in green, you trying to please people, you know, everybody knows more than you.
Right.
Everybody got points on the board, if you will. And you kind of get caught up in like trying to just do what everybody say.
Right.
And it's like, that's good to do, but it's also okay to say, you know what, I heard what y'all said. This is how I feel.
Right.
You know, and not put that to the side. And I think I suppressed that for a very long time. I just kind of was just yes man and everybody. Like, okay, sure, you want me to do this? You want me to sing like this? You want me to wear this? You want me to do this? You want me to, you know, make music with this particular producer? Or you don't want me to say this? Or you want me to say that? It's like you answer all that. By the time you do everything that everybody say, you so far away from who you truly are that you got to find your way back. And I think that's really what's happening, and what people will see that I've gotten back to who I truly was.
Okay.
If I ever introduced it to people in real life.
Right. When do you feel that you was able to revisit and rediscover yourself?
Shit, when I got rid of everybody. Yeah, you got to do some spring cleaning. You got to dust everything, you know, out the way and make sure that everything feels the way you want it to. Okay. Like I said, I was doing a lot of answering yes to everybody. Yes, yes, yes. And I started to say no.
Yeah.
Started to realize, like, after a while, I'm like, well, if I say yes to everybody and everything still ain't up off the ground, what's happening?
What's happening?
So go back to, like, what the issue is. And I think the issue for a long time was, like, I just wasn't thinking about myself.
Right.
Even though I was the product.
Right.
I was like, oh, well, what you think actually probably holds more value than what I think.
Right.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, and that's probably because you wanted it so bad, right? Like you feel like this is my dream, and I feel like you're gonna help me. Yeah, you're here.
It's like if you want something bad enough and you get into the space, it's like, okay, bet, I don't want to mess this up.
Yeah.
So let me listen.
Yeah.
Let me do this, and you kind of second guess what you really are made of.
Yeah.
Honestly, and many people do.
Yeah.
That's why everybody has a story.
Yeah.
Because like you go through these journeys and these spaces with yourself where it's like, if I knew what I knew back then, everybody say that.
Yeah, everybody say that.
Everybody say that, and to some extent, because it's like you really get lost in trying to be present, and you be so focused on trying to make sure that, you know, every left or every right or every step is correct, and around every corner I'm trying to do what I'm supposed to do, that you really get lost on focusing on what's in front of you instead of what's inside you. And I think that is the biggest lesson I've learned.
Okay.
What's inside me has got to be louder than what's in front of me.
Yes.
Got to.
Got to. I love you how you've been moving though within the industry. I mean, we see you even when we're not looking for you, right? So like whether it's on a tiny desk or you know, doing tributes at award shows, things of that nature. How have you been able to slowly build your name as the person you've become that you were, you know, instead of the person you were told to be for so long?
I think it was a lot easier than I thought. It took a lot of stress off myself, trying to impress and trying to, you know, get the yes out of people.
Yeah.
What makes sense to me? Does this opportunity feel like something that I can show up in and be myself 100%, and not care about what people have to say and not care about what I've introduced people to in the past? And it was just that thing. It's like, you know when something's right. It's like you look at something, you be like, nah, I shouldn't touch that. That's hot.
Right.
I don't really like mushrooms. I probably shouldn't eat this mushroom dish. You know, it's that thing. It's like, it's discernment and it's the understanding of yourself, but you gotta really listen to yourself. And I don't think people do that all the time.
Yeah.
We say we do.
Yeah.
We say we happy. You ask, yo, how are you? I'm good.
Yeah.
You passing all the way past the truth.
Right.
Just to get somebody out your face.
Right.
It's like, we have to stop doing that and be present for real. And like really be yourself. Okay. Like, I know it sounds so cliche, but if you're not yourself, then you're really not gonna get what's yours or what's self.
Yeah, I feel that. What would you, well, I'm not gonna say what would you say. Do you feel true vocals are appreciated in this era like they were in the past?
Because I just, like, true vocals will always be appreciated. I don't think they're not gonna be appreciated. I think it's just what people accept. I mean, pour all the ice. I love that.
They said they working.
Yeah,
they trying to get ready for happy hour.
Now let me sit back. Okay. No, I think it's always gonna be appreciated. It's a God-given gift. I mean, there's so many gifts that God gives everybody, but like the gift of song and to sing, everybody wants that. People say all the time to me like, "Oh, if I could sing, I'll never stop talking." Or if I could, it's just something that's like you can't duplicate that. You know what's coming out of somebody. So I think it's appreciated, but do I think it's respected the way that it used to be respected? No.
Right.
I think people appreciate it all the time though.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, especially with AI now and like all these different things of like people kind of trying to skip the process of having an artist or having a real talent. When somebody open their mouth and they really got it, they really got it. Yeah. And it don't matter who's around, where we at, the club, the lounge, outside, the park, you know. Right. And you will sit and watch it and you'll believe it and be like, man, it'll make you feel something.
Right.
So it's always appreciated, but I think people definitely need to change their respect levels to stop wanting all the makeshift, quick microwave thing. Like, you know, trying to find an easy way out instead of just taking the time And I mean, I'm a prime example of that. Like, I've taken my time.
Yeah.
And I don't have any regrets about it. I ain't skipped no steps. Everybody wants a product, but they don't want the process.
I got you.
You know?
Now, some time ago, you was on Broadway doing your thing.
Yeah.
The Wiz.
Yeah, man. They're trying to get me back.
What's the difference between doing something like a production on Broadway versus you actually touring?
Woo, 8 shows a week. I think no artist, if I can be honest, I've toured with big artists, I've toured myself. No musical artist work that much. 8 shows a week, 1 day off, 2 shows on 2 days out of the week, with 1 day off, and you do that every single week. Nobody does that. And live, no bells and whistles, no in the box, no lip syncing, no, like you and a mic.
It's working.
It's not easy, man. But I think it's actually something that I appreciate. It's very, very special to be able to do that. Now, I'm not saying that everybody on Broadway is the most talented people in the world, but they are some of the most hardest working individuals I've ever met in my life. Because to have to dance and sing and act and remember, blocking and like show up every day, regardless whether you feel good, don't feel good, want to do the job, don't want to do the job, they paying you enough, not paying you enough. It don't matter what it is, they still show up and they got enough of love or interest in the thing to do it.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know if the music industry is like that.
Right.
The music industry completely is find a way to make whatever it is that you said you do possible in any means. I mean, if we got to turn the track on and you lip sync the whole show, or if we got to punch you in, or if we, like, whatever it is, if we got to soup your mic up and put all your presets from the studio on the live mic, whatever we must do to make you be able to do that, we will do it. But Broadway, on the other hand, it's like, nah, are you real?
Yeah.
You really got that? You got that dog in
It's
you?
a
or
real
no?
test. It's a real
You don't
test.
got no dog in you. That should no.
Doing that though,
Yeah.
and so many shows and for that process, how do you keep your voice intact? Because you're singing, you're not memeing around the house like you singing. How do you keep your voice intact?
Man, I'm gonna tell you this. I would love to say that there is a way. There is no way. I don't think there's enough amount of technique. I don't think there's enough amount of rest because you don't get none. I don't think there's enough of anything to make the muscle that dependable. There's gonna be days where you're gonna be on 10, and there's some days where you're gonna be on 6. And there's some days where you're gonna be on 1.
Right.
It's just how it goes. You working this muscle every single day. Now you can do a lot of preparation to get you there. You can have a vocal coach. You can go work out every day. You can go, vocalize and do the things and like learn how to pace yourself and pull back, and then when to give more and when not to give more. Limit your talking. Like there's things to kind of navigate you around it to help, but there's just no answer to the perfect way. Everybody wants, the secret spray or the secret vocal tee. It's just that's not how it works.
Right.
If you go to the gym, if anybody know about that, and people do, you go to the gym and you work out hard enough and you get that muscle tired, tomorrow when you wake up, you're gonna be sore.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna feel as free and as limber as you did the next day. Now you gotta get massages, now you gotta stretch, now you just have to do a lot of maintenance and upkeep. But you gotta just, at the end of the day, the bottom of it all is like you have to be willing to show up. That's it. Because it's gonna serve you a bunch of different ways every day. It's not gonna give it to you the same way. Like I wish I could say my entire process of that, maybe like 2 years and a half of doing that, that every day was a golden day. It wasn't. I had to learn a B show, I had to learn a C show. It's like, I ain't got that note today, so what are we gonna do here?
Right.
Oh man, I let me go to PT because the way I'm flipping and jumping and tumbling and doing things is this, and I'm big, I'm 6'4". So I'm like doing all this, it's like, I gotta figure out how to maneuver around what I got today.
Right.
But it makes you appreciate the average, and I think that's what it's about. It's not about being the best. And I'm like, I take that with me in my life. It's not about every day being the best day of my life.
Yeah.
It's about me having a great batting average. Every day I can at least hit 50%.
Yeah.
And I could be okay with that.
Okay.
As long as I hit my marks and I do what I'm supposed to do, you're not really gonna get me dissatisfied. I'm cool. I know that I'm great. Even if it's not my best day, I know that I'm great.
Yes. Now you said they want you back. Would you be willing to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
If the contract is right.
The money is good.
It got to be, because I'm gonna tell it like it is. I've never worked that hard in my life for, money that is different than the money that I create or make for myself in my own world of music.
Gotcha.
It's different.
Yeah.
But it's still a very thrilling thing to do. To know that got that dog in me, like I said earlier, to show up every day, because it's really gonna try you. They don't care who you are. You can be the best of the best. You can have all these years of training, and I've worked with this vocal coach, and all that don't matter.
Right.
Put it on the stage, and wake up tomorrow and do it again. And then some days you gotta wake up and do it twice.
Do it twice. They got the matinee and the late show. Y'all better make it happen.
2 days out of the week with 1 day off. No human, like nobody wanna be at work that bad.
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody.
Trust.
Even with love in your heart, nobody wants to be at work that much. So you really gotta love it, and you gotta want to have that. You gotta like have that type of mentality in you. If you don't have that, it's probably not the place for you.
Okay.
On top of being talented.
Yeah. Now he mentioned the music. The music is coming, and I know you're working super hard on that. I do want to get a peek inside the process. You in the studio when you're writing, or when you hear the melodies or whatever have you. What's your process like when you're laying the blueprint for a project out?
You know,
that real deal work.
No, it's okay. Listen, don't let me interrupt you in our interview. The process comes in so many different ways. I think sometimes I write the song, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I collaborate with the person that's a writer, and I'm working with some really great writers at this point. You know, and I don't want to say too much, but like I've been in with Felly, who's done so many great things. TC, the songwriter, everybody know him.
Yeah.
These are amazing. They're amazing.
Right.
Sometimes they had a song, or we talk about something, talk about experiences in life, and then I'm like, okay, bet. They wrote the song already, but I got to go in and just communicate the song.
Yeah.
So it really happens in all different types of ways, but I'm also working with Tricky Stewart, who's a huge name if y'all don't know. Of course you do.
You better know it.
You better know. Come on, stop playing these games. But I'm really just excited about what I've created thus far, because it's a prime example of taking your time and putting in effort. And my goal always is to go from A to B to C to D. I just want to just keep growing and leveling up. So from maybe the first song you ever heard of me until now, it's like even these songs, like you said, these more recent songs, as long as they show you who I am and let you feel like, okay, I see him. Like I see him growing and he's getting better. That's all I care about. Yeah. Because I feel like you put too much pressure on yourself. It's like, it's gotta be. It's gonna be.
It's gonna get there, because I see the difference. Like I said, the two recent songs, like Kiss the Sky,
Good enough.
and Good Enough. Your 2018 project, which was Fly, like the vocal difference is clearly different.
And they also two different purposes.
Two different
Like
purposes.
those first EPs that I put out, I'm like, I just was free from a label. I needed to just release and like get things off my chest. I didn't care about, I cared, but I didn't care about if it was rough or if it wasn't completely right sonically or whatever. Like, I didn't care about that.
Right.
Now it's like, okay, bet. I know how to hit the bullseye a little bit better. You know, I know myself more, so I know how to carry myself on a record. I know how I want to sound, what I don't want to do. It's just things you learn over time.
And with that, the challenges of being vulnerable, the challenges of being transparent, the challenges of just, challenging yourself to be better. You've taken the pressure off, but I'm sure there's still some level of competitiveness with self.
Well, yes, of course, always that. I'm never removing that. That's just not the focus. I'm like, that's there. It's like, it's kind of like we don't think about breathing. We just do that.
Right.
So I'm always going to be competitive with myself and try to one up myself and be better. But I think as long as I'm focused on my growth and showing up the way that I am in this day, I feel like and this is me. I take it what you will or take it what you will.
Right.
But everybody should feel like they're better than they were yesterday.
Yeah.
You just should. Even if you're not, it's like that's the only way you're gonna get there. You're not gonna get there not believing it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get there not seeing where you go. I mean, they got every sound. You're not gonna get to your destination or wherever you really want to be not believing that you're capable.
Yeah.
Or that today is just I'm not what I was 2 years ago. If you still think that you are and what you were 2 years ago is what you are now, then you doing the damage yourself. It's not people. It's not approval. It's you.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
I feel that. Now, we're about to go off script for real, because my man got to get ready for a show. So we're going to do a quick speed round real quick. So it's like either or if you got a good story behind it or whatever, that's cool. So first one, studio or stage?
Jesus. I'm going to say stage.
Okay.
Even though I love the studio. Studio's a different perspective and meticulous, but stage is like freedom. You can be all things, anything you need to be.
Okay. Most challenging, writing or producing?
I'll say producing, in my opinion. Writing is, I got to get the gab, so I'm going to write.
Gotcha. Okay. It seems like he hits the gym, and this is me. I don't know if he like to do cardio or not, but Stairmaster or the treadmill.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm gonna say Stairmaster, even though I like the treadmill. I'm gonna say Stairmaster because we're trying to get results. I need that now.
Okay. Broadway or touring as an music artist?
Touring is easier, so I'm gonna say touring.
Okay.
Broadway is much harder. You don't have in-ears, you don't have a lot of monitors on stage, you don't have your presets and necessities. It's like, this is what you get, make it happen. So I'm gonna say touring for that, but I don't mind Broadway.
Okay. Major label or independent?
They both have pros and cons. You know what? I'm gonna say major label.
Okay. Just because you get to spend their money. I mean, you got to recoup it, but you get to spend their
but
money.
listen, I got it. I ain't got to break my neck to go get it.
Right.
So I got to break my neck to get it back.
I feel you. I feel that. Well, listen, I appreciate your time, brother.
Sure.
You know, I love being off script with some of the best in the industry, man.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your time once again.
Always.
Yes, and y'all keep it locked. We got another one coming for y'all pretty soon, right here off the script. Let's go.